But let's talk about this Johnny Depp thing. I have you here to break that down because I find this whole story so confusing.
It is, and it's disturbing. So I want to warn all the Wendy watchers at home. There's a lot of disturbing allegations, but we all remember that this past summer in July, Johnny Depp, he was in the middle of a trial overseas in the UK. Well, yesterday, the judge ruled that he lost the libel case, which is against the UK tabloid, The Sun. So one thing to kind of clear up some of the confusion, a lot of people think this case was Johnny Depp against Amber Heard. It's not. It was Johnny Depp versus The Sun, which is the tabloid. Amber Heard testified. She was the main witness who took the stand. But
they said in there that he was an abusive man.
Yes.
Okay.
So the tabloid, they posted a story in 2018, and they called him a wife beater.
Right.
In the headline.
There we go.
That is why Johnny Depp was suing the tabloid.
On the 2nd of November 2020, Johnny Depp lost his libel lawsuit against British newspaper The Sun for branding him a wife beater with reference to his relationship with Amber Heard. Unfortunately, the case did not go as Johnny planned, as it tragically laid bare his chaotic lifestyle, including his ongoing struggle with drugs and alcohol. The verdict came as a shock to many, especially after the leaked voice recording between Amber and Johnny. Legal experts consider Depp had no choice but to sue The Sun, as, in the current era, accusations of domestic violence would do more damage to his career than details of a substance abuse.
Do you think that his career will ever recover from this?
November the 2nd, London. Quote, "In light of recent events, I would like to make the following short statement. Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone who has gifted me with their support and loyalty. I've been humbled and moved by many messages of love and concern, particularly over the last few days. Secondly, and this is the important part for what we're talking about today, I wish to let you know that I've been asked to resign by Warner Brothers for my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, and I've respected and agreed to that request. Finally, I wish to say the surreal judgment of the court in UK will not change my fight to tell the truth, and I confirm I plan to appeal. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false. My life and career will not be defined by this moment in time. Thank you for reading. Sincerely," and you can see the Johnny Depp sign.
Well, there are still plans to make a third film in the series. Warner Brothers has decided to let Depp go from his role of Grindelwald. This comes in the aftermath of Depp and his attorneys filing a libel lawsuit against News Group newspapers in July of 2020. The lawsuit stemmed from the news source referring to Depp as a wife beater, but Depp was dealt a blow when the court ruled against him on November 2nd. A few days after the court rendered its decision, Depp took to Instagram to post notice to his fans that while he'll continue fighting his case and appealing the court's decision, he'll be stepping down from the Fantastic Beasts franchise, a decision that appears to accord with the studio's wishes.
Will reportedly still receive millions for a film he will no longer be in.
I thought this was an absolute laugher, because letting Johnny Depp go, it apparently came with a really, really high price tag. We're talking about $10 million.
How are you and the cast feeling about, such a major role having to be recast in the midst of production?
It was unusual for me because, in fact, Johnny had actually only done a day's filming, I think on his own.
For I do not fight out of hatred.
Johnny claims he was asked to resign after losing his so-called wife-beater libel case. Depp's contract still reportedly requires him to be paid more than $10 million.
In a franchise like this, the studio and the company make the big decisions, and you have to go along with those because, we're just a member of the team.
I also think that anytime you have allegations of domestic violence and sexual violence, especially in this post-Me Too era, it's very hard to have a comeback. It's very hard for brands to want to associate with you. Johnny Depp is the face of Dior. I've reached out to them. They never commented back. But what is confusing about all of this is that, sure, he wants to clear his name, and you have the right to do that, of course, innocent until proven guilty. But if he never sued the tabloid, none of this mess would have even come to light.
Unfortunately, the headlines have not been in his favor. After Depp lost the libel case against British tabloid The Sun, we thought it would be interesting to take a look at the celebrities that have backed Depp during his ongoing legal battle with ex-wife Amber Heard. Given Depp's recent loss, we wondered if any of these celebrities might regret backing him and are now planning on bowing out. What does this all mean for Johnny Depp's future, and could this be the infamous end to his career? The exes have been locked in a contentious legal battle, with Depp filing a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Heard. Heard made allegations that Depp had physically and verbally abused her while under the influence of drugs and alcohol.
That's what she said when she was on the stand. She said that when he was under the influence of drugs and alcohol, that he became a monster. Now, she brought up 14 different allegations of domestic violence during this trial between the years of 2013 and 2016. She said that Johnny Depp pulled her hair, he was physically violent, he threw a champagne bottle at her. She says the abuse took place at many different places, in their penthouse, on an executive jet, and on Johnny Depp's private island in the Bahamas. Now, Johnny Depp, by the way, very important to state, he has claimed for years and years that he has never been violent with Amber Heard or any other woman.
Okay.
So that's very important to state.
Depp, however, denied all allegations, saying that in reality, Heard had abused him. Things turned in Johnny's favor when an audio recording was leaked, revealing Amber's abusive nature towards Johnny. This led to Johnny receiving backing from more and more people as they hashtagged Justice for Johnny. But things turned for the worse when Johnny decided to sue the Sun newspaper.
Now, she also claims one time he was so jealous. She had this painting that was from one of her ex-partners.
Right.
And she went to hang it up, and he was so jealous that he actually trashed her home, and he tried to set the painting on fire, and then he gave her a bloody lip. And there was a photo, we see that right there. So Amber Heard, we have seen a few photos, not just this one, where she has appeared to have bruises on her face, which she says are from Johnny Depp.
Paradis, with whom Johnny shares 2 beautiful children, was brave enough to defend her ex-partner, even though at the time she received a lot of hate for going against a fellow woman. Then there's Winona Ryder, who famously dated Johnny for 4 years. Despite their public and somewhat messy relationship, Winona remains very fond of the 57-year-old. However, it seemed both ex-partners were careful when giving their witness statements, which is understandable given the Me Too movement that has risen the past few years.
He pushed her into a ping pong table, tore off her nightgown, smashed a telephone into a wall, and cut off the tip of his finger. Now, this is the part that you were referring to, Wendy.
Okay.
Okay. She says that he wrote messages on the wall in his own blood. And she says that he urinated all over the house.
They went on to say that regardless of what Amber had said, it is nothing like the Johnny they know and love. The Johnny they know and love would never be violent or abusive towards anyone. Vanessa's sister, Allison Paradis, also sided with her sister's former partner. She showed her support on Instagram by posting a photo of the two with the caption, "You are and always will be family to me." Now, we don't know about you, but it's not every day you see your in-laws defend you, much less your ex-in-laws. And of course, there was no surprise that Depp's daughter Lily was also one of the first to defend her dad's honor. She posted a photo from an article where the LAPD came to Amber and Johnny's house after a call of domestic violence from Amber. The call was later dismissed as there was no evidence of any crime. She then posted a since-deleted photo with her and her dad when she was just a baby, captioning it, "My dad is the sweetest, most loving person I know. He's been nothing but a wonderful father to my little brother and I, and everyone who knows him would say the same."
Johnny Depp, he denies all of these allegations, okay? He actually says that these allegations are sick, he says that they are a hoax, and he says that Amber is the one who was actually abusive and that she was the aggressor in the relationship. He does say that Amber tore off the tip of his finger when she threw a vodka bottle at him in Australia when he was filming the latest Pirates of the Caribbean, and she says that she put a cigarette out on his cheek. Now, he does admit to writing the graffiti on the walls in blood because he says he was in shock. He was one of the greatest actors of all time. By the way, one of the top 10 grossing actors of all time. In 2010, he was Forbes' #1 highest paid actor. He made over $75 million in a year. And now 10 years later, you see what's happened.
Well, Amber, you hang in there and, fight your fight and you know your truth, whatever that is.